Last Pint Productions presents the New Way podcast. The New Way contains adult content and is recorded in advance. The following episode was originally recorded on June 30th, 2021. Listener discretion is advised.
So you were in Vietnam, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah?
Were you in the shit?
Yeah, I was in the shit.
Last night, Darth Vader came down from planet Vulcan and told me that if I didn't take Lorraine out, that he'd melt my brain.
Here's how you get him. He pulls a knife, you pull a gun. He sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Everybody wants to be naked and famous. Everybody wants to be just like me, I'm naked.
Will you help teach me about this? What is it? A new way?
Hello and welcome once again to the New Way podcast, where we break down pop culture so you don't have to. For the first time in many moons. All three of the Last Pint Productions crew is here in the studio live for the New Way. To my left, Mr. Benjamin Wilson.
Ray.
Egon. And somewhat to my right and ahead of me, but I can't see him because of a computer screen, Mr. Nicholas Santa Croce.
I almost expect my internet connection in Los Angeles to ruin my microphone connection tonight. Somehow.
Oh, and we lost Nick. Okay. We thank you so much for tuning into the New Way. We are super excited to have all of us here in the studio for this special podcast. Nick, how does it feel to be back in Florida?
It feels like being away from your mother and then being welcomed into her warm, comforting bosom.
I was going to say,
again.
It's probably just like the Naked Gun, very hot and
That too.
very wet.
Very true. That's probably more accurate.
I believe he says awfully wet.
Very hot and awfully,
Awfully
wet.
wet.
Yes, that's
That's pretty accurate.
That word choice is perfect. Yes, I've had Nick as a house guest. It's like nothing ever changed, just back in my bosom, and we're happy to have you.
I got a public sub the other day.
Oh, pub.
Oh,
I
pub sub.
I crossed that off real early.
And then,
within like 48 hours.
Wait. But for the Nicholas San Croce pub sub, like, what's the standard?
Ooh.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. I get the ultimate. It's turkey, ham, and roast beef with provolone cheese on wheat with a little bit of light mayo, yellow mustard, lettuce, spinach, green pepper, and
It's a big old boy.
the piece de resistance. Banana pepper.
You gotta do the banana pepper on the
banana
ultimate.
pepper. Gotta have it.
Banana
Gotta get that. Gotta get that sour, spicy tang.
Yeah. If you get the Italian or the ultimate and you don't put banana peppers on it, you are missing out.
You're
This is
sociopath.
true.
Yeah.
Well, Nick showed up in Florida, and then Bill Cosby went free. So what the fuck, Nick? You leave Los Angeles, and you let Bill Cosby go free. You had one job.
I would like to apologize for creating the system that consistently fails our women. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's I don't know that they're related, but I don't know that they're not related, and you've got some answering to do.
I can't blame you for it's a strange coincidence.
It's
hard to defend.
Strange time.
How else do you explain it?
Apparently harder to defend than him, which is kind of fucking crazy. But moving right along,
It's a prosecutor loophole.
this is true.
And it was the same guy that went on to defend Trump in his second impeachment trial. That's the guy that's responsible for Bill Cosby
He's
getting out of jail.
Captain Double Indemnity.
That's
just one niche.
that's not unbelievable. I feel like that's pretty fucking fitting.
Yeah, that's a legacy right there.
He's on brand. He's on brand for sure. That gentleman. But we've been hanging out here, and it's been super fun. And
And you know what? Real quick before we get up, Bill Cosby.
Yes.
Man, my sister Adrian and I used to watch that show whenever we got together, and we would rewatch it. And every time I would forget how good that show was, and how good Bill Cosby was.
Yeah.
And listen to his stand up, and like I could do without him criticizing other comics for cursing in their acts, but for the most part, you'd visit that stuff, and it was so good. And now you can't watch that. I can't do the pudding pop. Rudy, you can't do the impression anymore. It just sucks so much.
You
joy
can't watch
on
House of
top
Cosby's.
Yeah, well, you can actually. On top of like the laundry list of women who have credible evidence against them, you can't do the impression. On top of everything else, it's the cherry on top of this dystopian.
I feel like you could get away with doing an impression of Bill Cosby, but
Maybe.
I think you just have to be,
I did kinda
likely
just
of
do it.
African American descent. So
Well, I just kind of did it a few minutes ago.
I literally just I just heard it in front of me, and I can't
it's my way
see
of
Nick.
sneaking it in. It's my only way to sneak it in.
Well, and not
You're
being
like-
able to see
you're
you,
like,
I
no,
don't know.
no, it's okay because I didn't do it in the context of a joke.
Honestly, from where I'm at, I can't
Nick's
see Nick, so I
problematic.
don't know that.
and I just got a really good joke, but I'm not going to say it because it's horrible.
Well, and I don't even know that Bill Cosby's not here because I can't see you. I just heard Bill Cosby speak from that side of the room.
I'm the one who made the Bill Cosby inside joke on the last
Louise. Boy.
podcast.
I'll tell you the joke.
I was exceptionally proud of that actually, and then you guys were just like groaning.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you the joke I was thinking of once we stop recording.
Oh,
Just
wow.
remind me, and I'll tell you what it was.
Boy, the new way's just aging like soured milk
Boom,
lately
boom.
these days. It's impressive.
We're
But
old and we're white.
yeah, this is what happens. We just
We're a problem.
just don't care anymore, and yeah, we are the problem. I do want to recommend I've only seen the one episode, but Nick and I did watch we unearthed an old Bo Burnham television pilot for a show called Zach Woods Gets
Zach
Zach Stone Gets Famous.
No, Zach Stone is going to be famous. Or
Zach
or wants to be
Woods
famous?
is a famous person. Is the name
Zach
of the
Getting
show.
stoned.
Oliver Stone's Famous Cookies is the name
God.
of the series. You want to look it up.
happening?
It's really good. Just look up Bo Burnham's sitcom. You'll find it. We don't have to hold everyone's hands all the time. All right, for God's sake.
Listen, we have faith in our listeners to be able to effectively Google.
Yeah. Just Google. Go to IMDb. Look up Bo Burnham. Find a sitcom from about 2013.
Zach Stone wants to be famous. Is going to be famous. It's Zach Stone. Zach Stone. It's the name.
Oliver
100%.
Stone's Famous
God
Cookies
all
is
right.
the name of the show.
Moving
I've
on.
said it. Anyway, really funny pilot. I highly recommend it.
Man, can you feel the electricity in this room? Wow.
Zing.
You can't replicate this over Zoom.
No,
Yeah.
that's the storm that's been going on for the last 5
tried.
days.
We have tried and failed.
It's an entirely different kind of shit show.
Yes. The shit. The
Different flavor.
live shit is fresher. It's more pungent.
Still a shit show.
But
yes.
definitely shit show.
Fresher.
It happens faster. The shit flies faster when we're in person.
It's like you add a couple banana peppers to the show.
I do want to. I don't want to bring things down too much, but we do have a dedication. Oh Lord Almighty! And just these transitions are not going to work right here.
It's like
I
a
was
news
just thinking
blooper we watched last night.
in
Matt.
the ultimate sandwich, I do believe that
Go
that
back
Matt's
to
the
the
turkey, that I'm the roast beef, and that you're definitely the ham. Nick.
Yeah. But we all contribute some spicy mustard.
We all contribute some of those sweet banana peppers.
Wait, I was going to say is Ryan maybe the banana pepper
I
or
think,
Patrick?
Sure.
I think all of our
He's the
guests
light
are the
mayo.
banana.
no,
pepper.
actually, the thing is, Ryan hates mayo, which I know that by virtue of a really funny online conversation.
Wow.
And so I think calling him the mayo would definitely piss him off.
Mayo, or is that a euphemism? Mayo.
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 Eggs. Okay.
He is the mayor of Mayo. Okay, well then Ryan's the Mayo. Patrick's the white bread.
No, I have it on wheat though. I had it on wheat.
Okay. Well, then you've
Doesn't
churched
work.
it up. That doesn't work anymore.
man.
That's funny.
Yeah, I guess Patrick would be like the German sourdough. But I do think we are having quite a bit of fun. But I do want to say I think we have a dedication for this podcast, if that's okay, Ben. That maybe you want to. We can all kind of do a send off here.
Womp, womp, womp. That's fine.
Well, you don't have to. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it.
No,
to
no,
be.
it's fine.
I think it's where I think we should.
It was mentioned earlier
Yes.
that we had a dog with a heart failure issue, and he had to go cross the rainbow bridge.
And I just we don't often do dedications on the New Way, but I think dedicating this episode to Mr. Sully Sullivan, one of the best Frenchie
Sullivan
I've ever known.
Mordecai Wilson Esquire.
Oh,
I would like to send up a snort
Yeah.
in honor of Sully.
He had a good time here once when Ben opened a can of answer juice that exploded all over my back patio, and Sully was like, "Oh, this is a wonderful day, and proceeded to find bits of it throughout the patio all afternoon. It
was Super Bowl Sunday.
Yes, it was.
And Sully got his first taste of fruited Berliner Weiss sour beer, and was very into it.
Oh yes.
Well, that's one thing that Matt does not have in common.
No, oddly enough, because it wasn't a beer. It wasn't a beer.
Yeah,
it was
one of
a
those
fruit
smoothie styles. It just tastes like a fruit smoothie.
Okay,
So yeah,
fair enough.
I can say that it was not what I was expecting, but it's not beer. It has nothing in common with beer other than some alcohol and hops and whatever else is in there. But so we're going back to the well, as we are often known to do. I didn't realize this is going to be the 5th time we have done this game on the podcast. As you've seen probably
It's the Who'd You Rather episode with your host Matt Shank.
Ooh, Nick, actually that's a good. How about give us a Who'd You Rather?
Let's not do that.
Come on, you're in town. Give us a Who'd You Rather.
This isn't the schoolyard, Matt. How dare
Bill
you.
Cosby or Kevin Spacey?
Locker room talk.
No?
Oh, that's a Sophie's. Oh Lord.
Wait, you want them both?
Well, it's Sophie's. It's a hard decision, and it can be positive or negative.
I think
Either way, it's a hard decision to make. It's a hard call.
Is it too soon to say it's a roofie's choice? Okay. All right. Anyway,
Well,
that was kind of my joke before.
Kevin Spacey's pickup line would be, "Hand me the keys, you cocksucking motherfucker."
Jesus.
hey, that's actually pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I like that you really smarmed him up. He went full Spacey.
Oh,
on
you
that
had
one.
to, you have to
That's good.
Spacey it up a little bit.
It was like the correct line, but the delivery of the Christmas YouTube video he released on Christmas Eve. It's like, I'm not dead. I'm coming back, and look what you've done. You pissed me off now.
Yeah,
remember that creepy fireside video? He released?
Yeah, it was
in character as Frank.
I thought that was the sequel to Jack Frost. It was so creepy. Just like I'm back.
Wait,
Then
Jack Frost starring Michael Keaton?
yeah,
Michael
the movie
Keaton?
where the guy dies and he comes back as a snowman.
But with Kevin Spacey.
Yeah,
as
but
Frank
with Kevin
Underwood.
Spacey threatening to come back
Wow.
during Christmas.
Those are not even pop culture. The big loop arounds there.
All right.
Listen,
All right, I'm with
the
you.
bridge
I'm
was clear in my head and it wasn't in yours.
I'm
and
with
I
you.
and I apologize.
I'm with you. Don't point it out. Just move on.
It's okay. I saw Jack Frost in the theater.
Oh my God, you really?
I took my cousin.
You were
to
the
it.
one.
I took my cousin. He was 5 years younger
To
than
a
me.
magical evening. He's scarred for life.
Wait, how old? Sorry, we gotta dig into this
let's go
just for a
back.
second.
Let's go back.
How old were you and how old was he?
I think I was 14 or 15, and he was like 10.
Okay,
9.
that works. I was picturing more that it was like Ben was 22 and he was 17. Ben's like, I don't know what these kids are into these days. Let's go take him to Jack Frost.
Why not?
No, I remember it being that there was another movie out that would have been probably still age appropriate for him that I was more interested in seeing, and he was just like, I want to see Jack Frost, and I was just like, God damn it.
So you just had to watch Species 2 on Cinemax when you got home.
So what is?
yeah.
I was listening a couple months ago to How Did This Get Made on Jack Frost, and there is a funny anecdote about it. The people most upset with that movie were Henson Company, who created the animatronic snowman.
What? Really?
Because they had been working on it for months.
They worked on that?
Well, when the movie was starring George Clooney, who then dropped out to do Batman and Robin, so they recast him with former Batman Michael Keaton,
Wow.
and they just put eyebrows on the snowman. But if you look at the movie, the face is modeled after George Clooney.
No way. I didn't
Wow.
know that.
And
That makes a lot of sense.
They had spent like a year on this animatronic, and they're like, you can't just change it. We can't change the face. And like, put some eyebrows on it, and they gave him Keaton brows.
So in the same year, Jack Frost had Clooney's eyebrows and Batman had his nipples. In the same year. Did the Muppet Factory make the Batman suit too?
They made the cod piece. It was Rizzo the rat played the cod piece in that film. But yeah, that also you got to like the fact that George Clooney is who he is now. knowing that his agent was like, okay, you shouldn't do Jack Frost, but instead, we think you should do this Batman and Robin film.
Like they almost got away with it. The producers of Jack Frost are blowing up George Clooney's cell phone. He's drinking limoncello with Danny DeVito. 3 Sheets to the Wind. Yeah, sure, snowman movie. Let's do it.
Like the only fucking movie he's been in is like The Peacemaker at that point, right?
Because I think he's still on ER at that point.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a pretty big star.
Yeah. He was
the biggest. He was the biggest star on TV, probably.
Yes, which back then was not a big deal, but nowadays, anyone can be.
So
a star on TV.
Batman was like really his foray into like his
Batman was like his third movie. Killed his fucking career.
Yeah,
it was crazy. The fact that he rebounded from that is unbelievable.
Yeah, because his first movie was The Peacemaker with Nicole Kidman.
Never saw it.
And then it was fine. It was just like a so-so thriller. I think it wasn't Sidney Lumet.
It's somebody. The director was somebody okay.
It wasn't Sidney Lumet, but it was somebody who was pretty well known.
Interesting.
Because I always get that movie confused with The Interpreter,
which is Nicole Kidman as well.
Nicole Kidman as well,
and Sean Penn.
She makes peace and she interprets. Was she the interpreter or was it somebody else?
If that's your interpretation, sure.
She was the interpreter.
All right.
Man,
how will I rework that into our episode later on?
All right.
We'll find out in just a second. So we are, of course, playing once again the movie pitch game, where Matt does the worst job of everyone consistently. But here are the rules. They're pretty simple.
Can I record a theme song for this game?
I don't believe you.
Let's hear that movie pitch. I slaved over.
Did you
it's
really?
Movie Bitch.
Oh, it is Movie Bitch, isn't it? Wait, is this correct?
Movie pitch?
Hold on.
It's the movie bitch.
He didn't load. I slaved over that theme song over a hot laptop.
Did you tell me to load?
We've used it in the previous 5 episodes. So
did
we have not been in the same studio. You gave Matt the benefit of the doubt,
and then I repurposed it for my Instagram stories for a different thing.
Let's see that movie bitch.
I do remember that.
That's
part
right. It's
now.
Movie bitch. Again, I put on my Don Pardo, my poor man's Don Pardo.
Yeah, I do remember this now. It's all coming back to me.
Wow.
I slaved over building new cards today and almost broke my printer. So I'm sorry I didn't get the sound effect.
Well, we've sung it. We've sung it enough now. So
actually, that's my answer. Is that I thought you were gonna do it live because you're here. Fuck it, do it live, Nick.
Let's hear that movie bitch. Let's hear that movie bitch. That's right, it's the movie bitch game with the guys from the New Wave podcast where we make up movies.
That's the most lo-fi.
I was trying to remember. I can't remember how it went. That's why I recorded it, Matt. I recorded it down so I wouldn't have to remember it. I'm not a monkey. I can perform on cue.
Yeah, so I forgot. Anyway,
let's fast forward to us performing on cue.
I also was going to just completely steamroll over Ben and be like, no, there was no song.
No, I was wondering how this was going to pay off as you're furiously typing. Like, is he going to find it? Is he going to find it in time? Are we going to get it?
I sort of half looked at something and I can't. I've got nothing.
Unbelievable. Can we put it in post?
I'm sure that you have lots of good music options.
Wait, everyone, real quick, quiet for 2 seconds.
Oh boy.
Okay, so you can insert the theme song in post now because we have the opening. Okay, now go.
Post.
Post, man. We're a professional podcast.
You dumb bastard.
Fix it in post, baby. That's Hollywood,
is the
baby.
new way. There's no post. My God. Anyway, the movie game is fairly simple. We are going to pick from a stack of cards that have actors and actresses on them. I've added a few more to the pool for this time, and then we are going to also pick one title card. The title card has a randomly generated title that I have picked off of a very weird site on the internet that makes very strange random book titles.
It's the dark web.
And then the person has about 60 seconds or so to think up what their movie pitch is with that title. And those, we'll do like one actor, one actress for the first few, and then maybe we'll add some more if we want to.
Sure.
And then also, we're going to give someone's going to kind of say maybe they've got a genre idea for it, and I'm going to give them some music, such as if Ben said he was doing a comedy, I might play as he's doing his movie pitch.
Wow.
And
I thought for sure that was
Bo Burnham. And I thought for sure it was My Chemical Romance.
All the time. Wow.
Oh, God, man. This is not the Bo Burnham podcast, okay? You start your own Bo Burnham podcast. My goodness.
So are we ready to play?
I think we are.
It's the movie bitch game. Definitely bitch.
Do you think that it should be
Greenlit. That's right. I remember the now.
I found it. In 2 seconds, Matt. I found it in 2 seconds. What are you the host? What is this? What is this? Amateur night at the Cleveland Playhouse, Matt?
So I'm also gonna let you know I only have 2.4% of available memory on this soundboard because I've loaded so many lovely music choices for all of you on here.
Okay, I love it.
So
play that Bo Burnham one again. Little bit of everything all the time.
This is the worst.
Mama, we all go to hell. My Chemical Bo Burnhamance.
I think on this episode, all of our pitches should be just to that music, no matter what.
You know what?
That's the
no
last
matter
round.
what the pitch is.
We do a couple rounds, right? That's the last
Yes.
round.
Yeah, the last round we will do a kind of a round robin, and we'll each pitch part of it, and we'll
that
get some
music.
new actors to that music.
There we go.
So, who would like to start off? I guess Nick, you are the guest of
Guest
the
of honor.
hour. So, first thing I'm going to do
So
is
I'm rewarded with the most pressure
You're,
filled.
you're the guest of honor.
So, Nick, why don't you? I'm handing over here. Just grab one of those and then hand me the rest back. That'll be your title.
We're gonna mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. And then you want to do two actors, two actresses, or just one actor, one actress?
Let's do the first one with 1 and 1.
Okay. Yeah.
The second one with 2 and
Here
2.
you go, Nick.
And the last one will be a free for all.
So I apologize. The ones on the bottom are paper, but those are new. If you want to kind of pick from ones we haven't used before.
All right, we'll do
Have
that.
you ever seen paper?
I will say so. Okay, I'm going to share something. Maybe I shouldn't share in the podcast, but it's important to me. So when I'm adding actors and actresses to our pool of them, and here you go, Nick is your actress. I'm trying to make our pitch game a little bit more diverse than some of Hollywood. So if you only pick from the bottom section, we are going to have a very strongly diverse set of casting compared to the rest of the ones that we've got. Just FYI.
Okay.
All right, so Nick is going to look at his cards right now
God.
while Ben and I talk about how we haven't watched I haven't watched Loki this week, so I haven't
haven't watched
talk
it.
about Loki.
Usually tonight would be the night where I watch it.
Did you watch the finale of The Handmaid's Tale?
Yes.
Were you happy with the conclusion?
Yeah, this whole season's been a little bit of a grind for me.
Interesting. I told you Bradley Whitford, I could watch him in
Sure.
every fucking anything that he will ever do.
I thought that the last episode just got a little too I don't know. It's just it's clear I don't think the show's messaging that it's gotten to now are sort of consistent with the values of the original concept and book. But maybe that's just me.
I think you're correct. I also think that I think part of it is that they came out of a year of pandemic and didn't want to do more dystopia, so they had to do something that was somewhat of a win instead of every other season where it's just like shit show.
Was it a win?
I mean, there was some comeuppance. Let's put without going into any spoiler things.
I think I could probably go.
Okay.
Also,
what do you have? So I've got comedy. I've got a Michael Bay style action, adventure.
Can I do a pensive drama?
I have the piano theme from The Leftovers. Does
by the
that
way,
sound pensive enough for you, my friend?
Yeah, that works.
By the way, one of my thoughts was this: next time we do this game, maybe integrate a couple of extra
time.
people. Yeah, the 7th time we do it. I feel like the next iteration or the next step in this progression of what we've been doing is we have to add in some sort of random object or inanimate thing, like we're playing fucking Clue. So it's something that you have to integrate into the story.
So
I love that.
I did have we got close to this in another game we did, but I've always had idea for this, that once the person is ready to do their pitch, one other person in here has a studio note. And they get to make them change their pitch with the studio note.
I think you could do both.
Yeah.
You add the studio note, and then maybe the card you're talking about, Ben, is the X Factor card. And it could be a situation or an object, or it could be anything you got to work in.
And as per usual, the studio note is given sight unseen. So you have to just say, like, there needs to be more dicks in it, or something like that.
I think instead of the
Less dicks if it's a real Hollywood.
Instead of the X Factor, the back of the card is just going to say cocaine, and it's going to be the one idea that was sponsored by cocaine.
Oh, man.
All right, Nick, here you go.
All right. Is this The Leftovers? It's like once. Falling softly. All right. We enter in a prison hallway. A light beam shines through the bars, dancing on the prison floors. Behind cell block BA, or B29, is Don Cheadle, imprisoned and awaiting trial for murder. Of course, because he was accused of a particularly heinous crime, he was put away from General Pop, unable to talk to other prisoners, other inmates, or have contact of any kind. He was, however, allowed an occasional phone call, as is, I believe, law. Right? You're allowed
Sure. I think they just said now they're free. Free long distance calls. I read that the other day.
Okay, perfect. So, he gets free unlimited calls. Now, because he didn't have any family or close friends on the outside, real loner type, that Don Cheadle, finally we get to see that quiet, strong, pensive, to use the word again, Don Cheadle. He uses his phone call every week not to call his mother or his friends, but a suicide prevention hotline. And the first time he connects to a woman who, for the first time, makes him feel heard, instills him with hope. He begins a dialogue with her. She takes a shining to him. She starts to believe that perhaps he isn't guilty of the horrible, heinous crimes that he has been accused of. And of course, this operator is played by Olivia Spencer.
Octavia Spencer?
Octavia Spencer. Olivia. Didn't this happen before?
It did happen before.
I think
Damn
so.
it. Motherfucker. Octavia is the... God damn it. Come on, let's set the mood again. Almost done.
Sorry.
So, somehow, he finds a way to call her again. He gets a direct line or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. He calls her every time. And Octavia actually succeeds where Don Cheadle's lawyers cannot. Retries the case, overturned. He's a free man.
Oh.
As Don Cheadle walks out of the courtroom, he uses his now cell phone, his brand new iPhone 12 Max.
Studio note product placement.
That's the object.
Just remember, he can't be the bad guy.
Can he work in the iPhone somewhere in there, please? Thank you.
And in a usual suspects-esque twist, he once again calls Olivia on the phone. Oh, God. Octavia on the phone. At her hotline, he lets her know she made a difference. He's free. But he has one last thing to say. He did murder those men. All he needed was one person on the outside to believe in him. And he hangs up. And that's the finale of Answering to the Prisoner. It's the best I could do.
That's really good.
It's the best I could do.
But again, he
I
can't use
feel
his
like
iPhone
we
because
watched the entire movie.
Well, I'm sorry. We're rusty. I should have made it. I should have made it faster, but
That prison sentence was nothing compared to the pitch.
the big question is,
I like it.
I thought the twist was going to be that it turned out that she was a phone sex operator. And she's like, I don't know anything about these suicides, but that's why he could always get her on the phone.
well, the play is she's answering the phone to the prisoner, but then when he has his way, she's answering to the prisoner. See what I'm saying?
It's double
It's
entendre.
a double entendre.
I got it.
All right.
Deeper than you thought, wasn't it?
I love that Olivia Spencer, so I'm in.
Lesson,
I am in.
Why, the thing, it doesn't make any sense because of like, my mind would immediately go to Dr. Octopus and Octavius, and it should be easy. It should be an easy transition, and yet.
If you'd called her Octopus Spencer, that would have been worse.
Well, Nick, I mean, I think it's
Find that name in your contacts.
Oh, okay.
Do you
All right.
have
See,
a
I-
phone
that-
number?
computer, stop.
I couldn't find Octopus Spencer in your contacts.
She's trying to answer to the prisoner.
I think that we all have the same problem, or you guys have the same problem I do, of definitely confusing Octavia Spencer and Olivia Wilde.
Right. It's definitely more of a dyslexic problem, I think.
All right, Benny. I'm going to give you...
It's me next, not you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's your title. Let's grab one of those.
I almost looked at the bottom one. All right. Got my title.
Okay. And then, like I said, the ones on the bottom are new. The ones
I'm
that
just
are paper
taking
ones.
one.
Boy, I hope you get the George Clooney card.
That seems like a good one. Yeah, I'm getting a paper one.
Okay, yeah, get a paper one. Let's go. Let's play the new way gets woke.
I also like, just having new cards,
Yes, this is true. I mean, there's only like 4 or 5 actors out there, so it's hard for me each time too.
All right. I got him. And let me look
All
at
right,
him.
so Nick.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, you got the Jesus Christ one? That's a tricky one.
What the fuck?
Who played Jesus Christ with that
Wait,
guy? He never did anything.
Jim Caviezel. He was
Yeah,
on.
Caviezel. What has he done?
He was on Person of Interest.
Oh,
Have
I don't watch
we
that show.
had this title before? I
Probably.
feel like we have.
So
Listen, the one thing we have always had before is titles. I think that's like as often as Olivia.
I looked up all of the titles from our previous ones, and as far as I could tell from our stuff, these are all brand new titles. But they all sound somewhat similar because the generator is kind of like this of that, and this and this, and that kind of thing.
Alexa,
I
call
believe that we've
Octopus
had this one
Spencer.
before.
Right.
I really do believe we have.
You might.
Call
You
a new
may.
one. Pull a new one. Pull a new one.
Well, we only have. But yes,
Pull a new one.
It's fine. I'll come up with something.
Just pull a new one. Just pull a new one real quick. Real quick.
What was the title?
What was the
Ben?
title?
Laughing at the fog.
Yeah, we did have that.
I didn't see it. We had one about the mist, and we had.
We've definitely
That was
all
smirking
of
at the
these.
mist.
I swear to God.
No,
they
this one
sound-
we've had this one too. This one is the green time, which is definitely one that we've had.
I don't remember that one.
Yes,
I don't remember that one.
the green time about the medical marijuana thing in Jacksonville. I think it was Paul's.
So I'm going to repeat.
We gotta retire that card. Throw it in the trash.
I don't know that it was exactly the green time. It could be the green something, or it could be
Literally
You're
the next
thinking-
one. Literally the next one I just grabbed is Made in the Night.
God damn it. I love that
I
one.
think you got the wrong stack.
Actually, you know what? I think you're right. I think I did get the wrong stack.
Yeah.
All right, I got a better way than to do this because I have them written down, Ben.
And for you listening at home, check out our previous episodes for those titles.
Hold on, I got this better, Ben. I'm gonna
If you're
give you
curious what the green time is really about, check out episode 95.
Okay, I don't know how to get this. I don't even know how to tell this to you. Can I
Alexa,
just-
draw a new title card.
No, I've got 10 titles here that are brand new.
Here, I'll just look at one or something.
Yeah, just there. It's
just
on
look
the
at one.
computer screen. I could actually put it up there. Maybe let's try that. Sorry, folks. This is a.
I'll close my eyes, Matt.
Close your eyes.
And I close my eyes. An underrated song by Oingo.
So I'm gonna know, Ben. But here is your title. Let me get the font
Wet
big so you
Nurses
can
a
see.
Go Go.
Can you see the title?
Yes, I can. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. No. Don't think about it, Matt.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Do we have? I've
turn it off,
already
though?
got.
I mean, I do have other ones, but this is what
My
you're stuck
peripheral
with now.
vision,
Yeah.
I keep wanting to look at the screen that you have up.
Oh
on
no, it's
on
the screen.
wall.
It's
The
gone from
screen's
the
fine.
screen.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. It only pops up there for a second.
Okay.
So,
Okay, Matt, go back
Okay,
to Jim
so
Caviezel.
I can already.
Oh, you've already got it.
Oh,
Huh?
big man. Look at this guy.
Hey, look at this. How about this, guys?
I don't need much time to do my movie pitch. I'm Ben.
Do you have a genre?
I want like a family adventure.
This one is literally called Family Town, so
Well,
let's see if this works.
I think that should work.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
It's a kids animated film. Once upon a time in Family Town, there is a sad, but still trying his best gentleman, voiced by Mr. Keith David.
Ooh,
Wow.
love me some Keith David.
He's a clown who goes around to try and bring merriment to all of the kids.
It's a very deep, aggressive voice for a clown. I feel like.
I'm a goddamn clown, don't you know it?
Remember, this is a kids animated film. However, some of them just don't like clowns or they think he's silly, so he often skulks back to his home where he's alone and sometimes very sad. Then one day he opens his door and what appears but a chicken. A talking chicken for no reason other than...
Studio note, can we make it a talking cock?
This talking chicken voiced by Mindy Kaling.
Oh, I can see it. I can see it.
Who explains that she's there to help him bring merriment and joy and loving to the town. And he says, well, how are we going to do that? And she says, because I'm a magic chicken.
Yep.
Not just a magic chicken, a chicken that does magic.
Okay.
So her forces combined with Keith David's incredible clown abilities, they put on a magical tour de force that brings joy to the entire town in a wonderful film called Chicken and the Clown.
Chicken and the Clown.
I'm sorry. It's just Chicken and Clown.
Chicken and Clown. That's even better.
It's like, you know what? Sometimes Occam's razor. You know, the simplest solution is the best.
I'm so sorry. Well, at least we got the titles worked out. I now have
But you know
a
what?
list
Though,
of ones.
I don't know if Matt did you greenlit my movie? Did you greenlight my movie?
I said I was a big fan of Olivia Spencer, so yes, on that alone, I was going to greenlight.
Okay, well, we need to make a big deal about whether we greenlight. I just want to be sure.
I think it's interesting because we have not had that title before. I don't think the Answering the Prisoner.
No,
but
that was
every single other one that we've had here. Girls of the Mountain, Made in the Night. Serpents and the Secret.
I think when my
remember Wrong About Phantoms?
Yes. When my printer
Ben
broke,
Affleck was
it
the bomb and
printed
Wrong
out-
About Phantoms.
When my printer broke, it apparently printed out the old version. So I am sorry.
It's all right. It's
sorry.
Fine. It turned out great.
Okay, well we're
right.
not going to look at the screen, so you can pull up your.
So
okay, there wasn't a lot of. I'll be honest, Ben. There wasn't a whole detail there. I could have used another 15 minutes of preamble. That's my style. However, there is something about a clown and a magical chicken.
An older,
as soon as you said Mindy Kaling as the chicken, I heard it and I saw it, and that's when it all came together for me. Green light.
All right. Okay. I've got.
Matt, do you green light or not?
I'm going to green light it. Yeah.
Okay. You're not answering whether you got to.
Hey, we're
Because
it's I believe the first animated film that we've pitched on this game.
Yeah.
So.
It might be.
You know what? It might.
No. There was one where Paul pitched one about a dog voiced by Harrison.
That was
No.
CG. That was CG though.
Yes,
okay.
that was like.
Didn't the dog do something sexual or creepy?
It got its dick stuck in a pool
Yeah,
vacuum,
that's right.
There was something with a pool vacuum.
I think that we're crossing over all of these.
So is that
It might be.
bestiality technically? Is kind of a gray area.
I don't know.
I don't know about that one.
All right. I've picked my actor and actress, and I'm just going to go down to the second title here.
Don't look at the screen.
I'm not looking at the screen.
Oh no, I've got it on my screen. He can look at whatever he wants.
Okay, that's fine.
I've got my titles. You guys talk amongst yourselves while I figure
you
this out.
ruminate.
Look at whatever I want.
Back to Jim Caviezel. Is he still doing things?
Is Jim Caviezel doing anything?
Yeah, Jesus Christ, is he doing anything?
I know who Jim Caviezel is.
But that's kind of the last big thing he did, right? But he was pretty.
He was
at that
in.
point, he was in
Remember,
demand,
he had that run where he was in. Obviously, Passions, but he was also in.
He was in Passions.
Passions
No way.
of Christ.
Oh, I thought you. Oh, remember. I thought he was like side by side by Timmy.
No, that would be pretty funny.
Yeah,
no, he was in he was Count of Monte Cristo, which is in that really good version. It's a great movie. It's super good. It was Kevin Reynolds who did it, who also directed Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and Waterworld. But no, it was
Stan.
But it was really Richard Harris, I believe, played like the
guy who did MacArthur Park. That was Richard Harris. Dick Harris did the original.
Richard Harris was first Dumbledore.
Oh,
okay.
I don't think I knew that. It's the same name as the guy who did the MacArthur Park with the cake melting in the rain, and then Donna Summers made it famous.
Huh.
Richard Harris.
All right.
Richard Harris.
I learned that because Weird Al had to credit him in Alapalooza for Jurassic Park.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. I think I've sort of got something approaching something here. So let's
could or could not
something
be
approaching something.
So let's see if this music will work.
The Matt Shank story.
Yes. This music's a little off, but okay. So there's a family in an affluent neighborhood, and the woman who is the owner of the house has this beautiful garden. It's her pride and joy. She loves it more than anything in the world, and she takes great care.
Is it a real garden? Is this euphemism?
This is an actual garden.
Okay.
It's not an octopus's or Octavia's garden, as one might call it.
I'd like to be.
God. So she, and this woman is played by.
I'm sorry. Can you turn the music just a little bit? Okay.
So
keep going.
I'm trying to drown out my pitch because it's going to be bad. So she takes care of her garden, and she's played by Dame Jennifer Lopez, and as she is known, and she is very rude to her gardener, played by Riz Ahmed. And he's really much more than just a gardener or he is a landscape artist. He's the Edward Scissorhands of this neighborhood. He's really responsible for her garden. But one day she's just so mean and rude to him, and he can't get over it. So he's also in a rock band. A heavy metal band.
Ooh.
Somewhat Sound and Fury-esque, like his Oscar-winning performance. And so,
Soundgarden?
In a fit, I wish to God the title was Soundgarden. It would make so much more sense than where we're going with this. God damn it, Nick. You fucking killing me. Fuck, I would watch Soundgarden, the movie, like that right now. Anyway, so he decides
Matt,
he's going to
come together with your hands.
He knows that the garden's so popular because of him anyway. So he brings his band and sets up in the garden and starts playing day and night. And eventually she starts to actually really get into the music and decides to produce their album. And they become rich and famous and wonderful in the Jennifer Lopez Riz Ahmed vehicle, Freaks in My Garden.
Freaks on a leash in my garden. Would you call them a freak?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was singing
That's a new metal band, Matt. Just to clarify genres.
Oh, Nick. So
I just would have been interested in the direction that Paul Mamelito would have taken that pitch, because Freaks in the Garden is gonna get
a dick would have gone in somewhere.
Yeah, there would have been a dick.
There would have been so many dicks.
A dick would have got stuck in something. A dick would have gotten stuck in a hoe.
All right, Nick. I'm gonna hand you some cards.
Wait a minute. We got a green light or not green light, Matt?
It's not a real. Okay.
Do you think that it should be? It's in the theme song that you can play.
All right. I'm sorry.
It stinks.
Yeah, I'm not green lighting that.
God, you fucking assholes! Fuck hate all of you. Fucking take your cards. God damn it! You're a real jerk. You're a real grade A jerk. Yeah, pick 2 actors and 2 actresses this time.
Oh,
we're broadening the scope of these films.
Or just a mix and match of 3, however many
so
you want.
2 each, or what?
Yeah, you could
2
take one
each, or one of one and 2 of the others.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever you're feeling.
Okay, I took 2 actresses.
Okay.
So I'll take 2 actors.
Okay.
I'm gonna first I'll hand off this back to you, Matt.
Wait, I can't see it. Okay.
There you go.
And
Now,
here-
actors is this one?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I just saw.
Matt Damon.
And here, what is funny, I swear to God, I am going down the list, and I can tell you because I'm going to do one from the end of this, so you know I'm not cheating. One of the choices of titles that I could have done for a Jennifer Lopez vehicle was called Defenders of the End, which would have made a great J-Lo picture. So I did not cheat. Nick, I can't believe this one fell on you, but this was the third one down. So Ben, don't look at the screen for a second. Nick, are you ready to look?
I am.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna write it in my notes app just so I don't fuck it up.
I don't think you want to have that written in your notes.
Oh, Jesus.
I forgot it already. Can you?
Oh, really? Okay. Here.
I have to look at
You got it?
goldfish. Yep, got it.
You got
Okay.
There's probably a way that you could do this where it's. I mean, I'm sure it would be easier on Zoom where you can like highlight
yes,
it.
Correct. I could text it to you.
I did select some of the older card stock. So
That's
there's probably
okay.
some white people in this one.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
All right, talk amongst yourselves.
So to go back on what apparently we do now in between and this is talk about Jim Caviezel's career. So
Wait. But what was the movie with him and Dennis Quaid where he?
Oh, the
default chatter.
The default chatter is. It's where he's the fireman and his dad.
But then they can communicate
yes.
like back and forth with
Frequency.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
That's a great movie. And then they remade it or did a sequel to it. There was some weird thing with that. I remember seeing. I think they sequelized.
Well, I just remember that movie had like a big crossover appeal because it was very. I don't think it was super popular when it came out, but it's one of those movies that like people saw and they were just like, "Your kids should watch this. It's important."
I watched him on for many seasons.
Also, real quick,
yes.
Are you sure we never had that title before? That sounds familiar too.
Oh my God, I can't do this anymore. These are fresh.
Really
these are
familiar.
fresh. It's fresh titles. It's a fresh title, my friend.
Is the algorithm fresh? I don't know. Are you sure we didn't have that one before? I'll work with it.
These were all.
This is off of my spreadsheet of the new titles
of the new way.
If we had it again, just do the thing for God's sake.
Oh my God, I'm just quality.
Would you like a new title?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys are fucking ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
You make me do Freaks in My Garden, but you.
But that was new. We've never done that one before.
We did not do Jealous of the President.
Yep. There we go. Perfect.
Oh my God.
I'll take that one.
You got 30 seconds.
Oh my God.
You just spent a minute.
We actually did do Jealous of the President.
Thank you.
Almighty.
Thank you, Ben. We did do Jealous of the President.
Wasn't on my other cards.
Why am I getting flack for this?
I'm gonna start going dark web and generating.
You know what? So I'm gonna make a request. You guys can make a list of all of the ones you've used. And retire them for good, or you can pitch them as reboots or sequels or prequels or franchise hits, and maybe there could be another in the Jealous of the President.
Porn adaptations.
Exactly.
Okay, I mean, Jealous of the President sounds like a porn title.
I think I can do it.
All right, what is your genre?
I'm so sorry. I burned all this time trying to think of another pitch for a same title we've used before, Matt. I want, I picture this as sort of a, maybe a rom-com score might work with this.
Let's see if maybe.
Sure. Okay. Why not? I think we had this music cue before, Matt.
We've had all of these music cues
I'm joking. So, rated a hard PG-13. God damn it. Okay. So there is a business in a small town. There are ordinances that say that strip clubs and full nudity aren't allowed in this small town.
It's Family Town.
It's Family. It's an animated rom-com.
This is from the Family Town universe, right?
It is connected.
The FTU.
In the Family Town multiverse. And to get around this technicality, much like the ordinances that we experienced in Tallahassee, Florida, going to Florida State, Ben, as you might remember, to get around this, we have two enterprising women who create a party service where women will show up to a party in a themed costume. Now, there's no nudity, but it's sexually charged. And these women are, of course, using their wiles to make bank, to make absolute bank. Without even having to take their clothes off, they have the men, these sex-starved loser men in this town, eating out of the palms of their hands. They're booking party after party after party after party. And usually it's young college guys. One day, the two women, played by, you're going to love this, man, Selma Hayek and Uma Thurman. Who says 35 is the expiration date for sexy, beautiful women in Hollywood, Matt? Not me.
I think that was Bill Cosby that said that.
Oh, God. You get to Why would you do that? Totally threw me off.
That was a studio note.
It was a studio note.
Okay, so they go to a house expecting a frat party. It turned out to be two old men. Just the two men. Played by Anthony Hopkins and Michael Shannon. They're pretty...
So one old man and one...
creepy man.
Creepy man.
Kind of old. Well, listen, you gotta picture...
Him and Uma Thurman are like the same age.
I would not go in that house.
This is not Oscar winner Anthony Hopkins. They're like licking his lips, wild-eyed Instagram stories, Anthony Hopkins, okay?
Jeez.
Which, by the way, if you don't follow Anthony Hopkins, you need to see it.
It's something.
I love the guy. Anyway, they get in there, immediately kind of creeped out. They decide, we just want to get in and out. But the guys love it, and they tip so well. They end up agreeing to come back the next day for another party. It happens every week. And they start to form kind of a unlikely friendship with these guys. You know, they're old and creepy looking, but they aren't actually creepy or young.
Jesus.
So they end up having kind of fun. They end up looking forward to these parties with these two guys. In the third act, the big reveal, they go to check their bank accounts. And they figure, man, after months and months and months of performing these gigs, they're probably loaded from these guys. In addition to all the other jobs they're running throughout town. They check their balance, and balance is 0. We cut to Costa Rica. Michael Shannon and Anthony Hopkins. Hawaiian shirts, Mai Tais in hand, and a stack of cash. Stolen from the girls. They're a gay couple in love. It was all a ruse. They were preying on the women in the hit. Matt's giving me a face here.
I don't like this.
I'm just going. You want me to be fast, so I'm moving fast. In the hit comedy, Girls and Vultures. They're vultures because they're not earning the money themselves. They're preying on the unsuspecting. Yeah.
I mean, you're kind of giving away the twist with the title.
That's true. I was going more for comedic effect, and I was rushed because Matt didn't put out new titles.
I feel. Well, I come up with my response.
Somebody's poking the bear. But it's clearly Michael Shannon.
I like the idea of Michael Shannon and Anthony Hopkins in a romantic relationship.
I love that. I don't like that they are swindling women out of hard-earned money.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they're assholes. They're terrible. They're vultures. Terrible vultures. I really wish I got Michael Keaton.
Terrible gay vultures.
If I got Michael Keaton, I could have worked in a Spider-Man Homecoming.
Right.
So you don't greenlight it, is what you're saying.
I'm going to pass. I think the LGBTQ community needs our help right now, and the vultures are not going to help them. But I will retool your script and make them more sympathetic.
Well, I think in the rewrites we can show.
Yeah, I think you need to make the girls bad. They need to be
bad,
be assholes.
Yeah, they need to be worse.
Yes,
they need to be worse.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Holy shit.
You know what?
Ben gets.
So hold on. So I grabbed one guy and two girls.
That's fine by me.
So what you're saying, Matt, is we need to be better, both as human beings and as pitch writers.
Well, it does fit, however, Nick, into my theory that part of diversification of films means that we also have to make bad movies with representation, and we have to greenlight those too because we're overdue.
That one was, all white, mostly white. Outside of some.
All right, Ben. Nick, don't look at the screen. And
Nick, don't.
And Ben, once again, as Effortless Wilson, is going to get probably the best title of the day.
Great. Are you sure someone else has never gotten that title before?
I can't promise anyone anything anymore, but I tried my best.
We need Patrick and Ryan to go back and listen to all 6 of our episodes and tell us what we need to retire so this doesn't happen.
God,
again.
what a horrible task. You know what I'll start doing is like new Tinder dates. I'll be like, oh, you should start with this episode. By the way, just tell me like what titles we used as well.
I thought you would have been a Bumble man.
Well, I don't like the Bumble.
Oh, you like to get down and sleazy with the Tinder. Oh, look at you.
Well, you know what? What?
Hey, you know what? Not looking for a relationship, baby.
I mean, maybe a little
Hinge.
Maybe a little
Ready for
Hinge.
business.
Mine's kind of quirky, funny, sort of. Not like a super goofy comedy, but something else that's just kind of playful. Is
the
fun.
first track that we heard.
That's good. That's right on brand.
Okay.
Okay. So it's
Uh-oh.
it's the 1960s, and in a well-to-do, very kind of nicely, or at least regionally prestigious town in the regionally prestigious town in the UK. There's
Liverpool.
They're well known for basically having money, being affluent, very very proper.
Waspy.
However,
You like those affluent towns, don't you?
no, just hold on.
Just wait.
However, there's always been a sort of a mystery on the edge of town of one of the richest family, the well-known Wood family. Dreyfus M. Wood, who is known to be the richest man in the region, has never left his house as far as anyone can tell. He lives as a recluse. He's never seen. He has all of his food delivered and everything. People wonder what he looks like. They say, "Oh, he's a monster." People, and he lives in this very creepy house on the edge of town. However, a woman who happens to be walking by one day sees Mr. What was his first name? I even forgot. Dreyfus.
Richard
Dreyfus Wood out back. Dreyfus Wood is played by Tom Cruise. With an excellent English-Irish accent, let me tell you.
Does he have a hat?
This woman, played by Kate Winslet,
Oh, yes.
strikes up a conversation with him. And after being seen, he says, "You can't tell anyone that you saw me." And they basically have a candid conversation where she said, "You are not what I expected at all." They began a casual courtship.
You're a Scientologist.
Cutely meeting while she's on her walks, and for them talking over his, bushes and rosebuds out behind their house. However, one day, a woman also comes along and sees this interaction. A woman played by Catherine Hahn. She also
her all along.
She also begins casually flirting with Dreyfus M. Wood.
How about
Suddenly
Dreyfus Inwood,
Yes.
Wood, like Inwood.
This continues until the town begins to catch on, and they begin to place bets, not even seeing what Mr. Wood looks like, saying who is going to be the one who courts him, in a film called Queen of Wood.
There it is. So, then we get the police back together. And the Queen of Wood.
I really thought you were going in a very weird, different direction than that. So I'm happier with that.
I was not going to go in the Paul direction for that one.
Kate Winslet will date Tom Cruise in Liverpool, and Catherine Hahn will also.
It sounds doable.
I think I could probably get behind
my
this.
pitch was bad, but the concept is there.
I'm not gonna let you put words in my mouth, but I agree. Polish it up a little bit, give us a second, third draft, and I green light.
There you go. I like it.
I green light.
All right, I'm gonna pick
It's
here.
all I could do not to throw in don't you like my hat?
I was waiting for it.
So Jim Caviezel You know what I actually, here's what I'm going to talk about while Matt
Jim
looks at his
Caviezel
cards.
stars in this rip-roaring comedy classic.
Well, you know he's going to be
Jesus
every other
2.
actor card on the next time we do this.
Jim Caviezel in Jesus 2, Electric Boogaloo. So why don't you like Loki?
Oh, what?
Oh, wait, you said it was a grind. What were we talking about?
I was talking about Handmaid's Tale, not fucking Loki. Loki's the most watchable thing on television right now.
Okay.
I fucking love Loki.
You know what? 'Cause I think I was looking at my cards and I misheard you. I thought for a second there, it's not a grind at all. It's been very enjoyable.
No, it's been very fun.
But you know what, though? So the crazy thing about Loki, without even like spoiling or talking about the actual show, Loki, did a better premiere viewership-wise, apparently, than WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier, right? So based off that, Disney Plus decided, okay, you know what? We're only going to premiere on Wednesdays. Based off that switch up that Loki, instead of premiering on Friday like the other series, they went on Wednesday. We're going to do everything on Wednesday now. This is incredible, right? Apparently, there was a huge viewership drop between episodes 1 and 3. So we'll see what happens. Today's not, the 4th episode. But now, who knows? Maybe they'll go back to Friday. Maybe they might switch it up. But that was a big blow. And I don't know why, because like you said, it's so watchable. Even if you aren't ingrained in the MCU, it's almost like you might not understand everything, but it has more of a standalone quality than either the other two series. You could just get lost in it and not have to note so much too much.
I mean, she was distracted, but Beth, I had enough people tell her that she was going to like it, that she was like, let's watch it. And so I put on the first 2 episodes. We never got to the 3rd, but it was last Sunday and we were distracted, and she was like, yeah, I couldn't really, she was like, I was enjoying what I was seeing, but I couldn't really tell what was going on. But then she went back and was like, I'd watch it. So
wow, okay.
Yeah, I was like,
good.
cool.
I think
that's
I'm
the first
ready
step,
here.
Ben. That's the first step. We're going to get her into the MCU.
I think I'm ready. Okay, I'm gonna try this. I got 2 actors, 2 actresses.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna go with. Oops. Oh, what happened there? Let's try this.
The new metal track. Ooh. Oh shit.
So, Robert Downey Jr. Was a swinging bachelor before he meets a lovely young woman. Well, actually, a woman his own age. It surprised me too. You don't see that often in Hollywood. Played by Michelle Yeoh.
Ooh,
And
yes.
they strike
God
up.
damn it, I love Michelle
me
Yeoh
too.
so much.
They strike up a romance, and this music isn't quite
An
fitting
intense
a bit.
romance.
It's very yes. It's a little. Let's maybe move over to this
When
one.
they
Try
make
this.
love, they don't break eye contact.
Let's try this instead. I don't know if this is right. Anyway, so they have a romance, and things start to get serious, and she introduces him to her son, played by John Cho, and they bond. They really do. Robert Downey Jr. and John Cho seem to have something good, but John Cho's got a dark side, partially because he is seeing a therapist named Dr. Dark, played by Catherine Keener.
Oh, what a
And
cast!
Yeah.
it becomes clear over some time that something's going on, and Robert Downey Jr. is really trying to bond with him and figure out what is the secret. There's something, and he finds out John Cho is having an affair with his therapist.
Wow.
And she might have some ulterior motives, because all of a sudden, Robert Downey Jr. sees a photo of Dr. Dark and says, oh my God, that's my ex-wife. She's trying to get back into our lives. And it becomes a cat and mouse chase in Ashamed of the Dark.
God damn it!
You did my last name thing.
I did do your last name thing.
It's God damn it!
Who knew Dr. Dark was going to pay off in the title?
Dr. Dark.
It's a cheap move, but god
No,
damn
but the
it,
story's
it
good.
works.
Yeah, the story's good.
God damn it, it works. Green light.
All right, guys. So how do we want to do this last one? We're running short on time here.
Don't we give me the collaborative?
We normally do a collaborative. I think all of us are going to see the title here. I'm going to show us all the title.
Okay.
We're all going to know it, but I think Ben, you want to carry it home, or Nick, whoever gets the last one is going to be the title revealer. So I'm going to share the title first with
I think
you.
it should be Nick.
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
I'll start it, and
okay.
then Matt does the middle.
All right. So this is our title, gentlemen.
As a new way sandwich should be.
Do not do not say the title out loud.
Yeah.
And to make this easy, Ben, I'm going to give you an actor and an actress here.
This could go so many ways. See, this is a great finale title because this could go multiple definitions.
So we all know where we're heading. All right,
wow.
Ben, I'm gonna just hold up two of these for you here.
This is
All right, Ben, you're gonna start us off with this actress and this actor.
Okay.
And
wow.
while Ben is thinking, I'm gonna hand you actor and actress as well, Nick. Okay.
Okay.
Remember, I also get to pick the music. So give me one second.
Yes. You set the tone. I mean,
Literally the tones.
I mean, that title sets the tone.
Oh no, we're doing it to the comedy thing.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. It's gonna work.
All right, Nick. Here's yours too.
It's gonna work because it has to. God damn it! All right. God, Jesus Christ! Oh yes! Oh fuck yes! I want this show already, or movie, or whatever it is.
It could be one of those limited series.
Limited series.
We're gonna have a lot of actors in it. So.
Smell that fucking Emmy. Oh.
Did you pick two actors?
No, one actress,
one actor, one actress.
No, I'm just saying we're gonna. That means we're gonna.
Each
have
of
six.
us is gonna have. We're gonna have six.
It's gonna be a big cast.
They're both actors.
Well, it dictates. I know.
Wait a minute. 6 actors in one movie? What is this? Knives Out?
This is a Netflix sequel.
Oh no! No!
You know what? This is a Netflix exclusive. I gotta say,
no. My actor and actress are going to dictate a large middle portion of this.
I guess I'm good to go.
it is good.
Right.
It is good to think about, like, you know, it adds an element here because we don't have as much time to for me to incorporate.
No.
So I got to think about how to expertly weave them.
Well,
in.
right now I'm just going to play off of whatever Ben does because I'm the meat.
I refuse to let my two actors play second fiddle in this ensemble.
All right, let's do it. We're going to start our music and.
So then everything, all of the time. Welcome to the internet.
All right. A happy couple, played by Zoe Saldana and Randall Park,
Yes.
throw a party at their house. They invite many of their friends, many of their family, and also a few random people are invited, and when they show up, they are unsure who invited them, why they were invited, or why they are there. And as the evening begins to go along, small talk is made, but there may be something slightly off about what's going on at this party. Take it away, Matt.
Well, the doorbell rings, and 2 new guests arrive. Played by Diego Luna and Selena Gomez.
Oh. I'd fuck that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Selena Gomez plays his daughter, so he's not really on board with that. But he feels that some people at this gathering, I don't necessarily know if it's a party of sorts, as more of just a gathering of some like-minded people. And his daughter seems very kind of jittery, a little bit jazzed up, and they notice there's a lot of coffee being served and energy drinks and some guarana. And Ariana Guariande is being served, and it seems that everyone there is part of some kind of sleep study. And then this happens. Nick?
Oh, you're not gonna give me any more. Okay. So of course, more guests, or shall we say, patients, volunteers, arrive. Played by, of course, Thandie Newton and J.K. Simmons.
Thandie Newton.
What did I just say?
Thandie Newman.
No, I didn't.
Alfred E. Thandie Newman.
Jesus Christ.
Octopus Spencer and Thandie Newman. And who's the other one?
I'm going to quit.
It's Candy Newman.
Oh, Candy Newman. That did MacArthur Park.
No.
That was
It happens to me
Harris.
too.
God
It happens to
damn
me
it.
too.
Who was the other one, Nick?
Did I say Thandie Newman? Can we go back in the tape? All right, J.K. Simmons and Thandie Newton. All right.
J.T. Simon and Candy Newman.
Okay.
Now, the men, of course, go off into the corner and start talking footballs and sports balls and drinking beer. Whereas the women bond over their recent childbirths and their experiences rearing
those
children.
stereotypes.
Well, listen, maybe it will play into the title. Who knows, Matt? Why don't you just hold on a second? Also, Dr. Dark enters. He is now an OGBYN. They talk about their experiences, and they talk about the kids are great and motherhood's amazing, but the one thing that plagues them and affects their relationships deeply, God damn it, this music is awful,
Music doing all the heavy lifting here.
are horrible visions in the night of their leftover baby fat, and it's affecting their relationships. And God damn it! Let me finish. It's affecting. Oh God! So the movie's called. Fuck. The movie is called Grunts in My Nightmares. Now, grunt is a slang for a fatty area below the belly button and above the pubic area of
That's
a woman,
called a
often as
gunt.
a result of childbirth.
That's a gunt.
I Googled it wrong. Fuck. I didn't want to go like grunt, like the typical definition. I fucked this one up.
I
take full
had
responsibility.
you Googled grunt and somehow found gunt
It got
and
gunt.
then made it gunts in my
Because
nightmares.
grunts was in the Google search, but then it also come and I didn't look, and I was trying to be fast because you guys did so little and I didn't have much to do. So I guess the real
So where I started, I just wanted to turn it into a complete fever dream where all sorts of crazy shit was happening, and it was just people grunting and having awful nightmares.
that was terrible.
I thought, Nick, your thing was gonna be when
You
the
didn't give me much. I don't know where we're going with this.
I thought the women were gonna meet together to talk about how they didn't like having sex with their husbands, and it was like grunts in
our
my
nightmares.
nightmares, and they were like,
I should have gone there.
I'm gonna squirt, and that was where grunts in my nightmares. was.
Like everything else is idyllic and wonderful in their relationships, but the sex is awful because of the noises that they make.
Listen,
Yeah.
that's what we should have gone.
So here's the thing. That was obviously a terrible pitch, but it was worth it just to see the look on both of your faces as we're approaching.
Because I'm thinking,
And guess what? We
what
didn't
can
use that
only
title
be-
before.
be considered the climax of that story, which is I don't know the fuck what.
Oh no! What we should have done is this is what it should have done. It should have been the reveal on it's a key party. And it goes horribly wrong.
I thought
and it
that
haunts
too.
their lives for the rest of the.
I kind of
See. I
That's
didn't
what
want
I
to
was
go.
thinking.
I didn't want to go obvious sex, and I didn't want to go grunts like what the Vietnam grunt.
Yeah, I was gonna say it could be people that are big fans of Saving Private Ryan.
I should have.
Luckily, I googled it. Go. Oh, there's a third definition of grunt that I wasn't aware of.
I should have. I should have expanded on the beginning of the story a little bit more, and maybe it would have taken better direction.
Hey, listen. In our quest to be better, we'll get there.
I mean,
Good cast though.
any movie that is
We're gonna retrofit this, and it's gonna be a key party that went wrong, and the grunts are haunt them, and basically it works the third act where they finally build up. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna have a better key party, and it's gonna go well this time.
Well, any movie built on a typo, I think, should get an automatic green light. So
I've never heard of
green
gun.
light.
I've never. That was my bad.
I'm
sorry. I'm really sorry. I apologize. I apologize for this whole episode. It's my fault.
You know what it's called when that area of the body is really hairy?
Uh-oh.
Forrest Gump.
Thank you so much for listening to the New Way podcast. We'll be back with new episodes weekly, and hope you have a happy 4th of July. We'll talk to you next time.
America.
And cheers.
Cheers.